welcome to A Pinch of Basile. I'm Basil, your host, and if you're joining us on Facebook, thank you so much. But don't forget, you still call in right now. You can call us right now on A Pinch of Basile at 844-790-8255. What is keeping you? We have a fantastic guest tonight. I got to be honest with you. I'm very, very, very happy to be here. But besides our live stream on Facebook, you can listen online at americamatters.us and get us on the TuneIn app from your phone or your tablet. Just search America Matters and then look for my little show. It's The Pinch of Basile. I love it. Anyway, you don't have any excuses. You're listening right now or watching us. I'm here with my co-host, Janice Hermson, and we're broadcasting wherever I'm at the time, at the studio, and it's coming broadcast live in Reno, Nevada right now.
Woo-hoo.
And yeah, and Janice, say hello to everyone. Happy New Year.
Hello to everyone and Happy New Year to everybody. I hope all of you had a great 2019.
It was I'll tell you what, I really am so proud of that I didn't get drunk and pass out. We have our own little achievements that we have, and you got to take one step at a time. So people are giving up drinking, and they want some type of sobriety, and I just want to pass out. But that's me. That's me. You know what I'm saying? It's just good. Craig, what'd you give up for the wonderful holiday for New Year's?
Give up? Why are we giving up?
My old car and have a new one.
You bought a new car?
I didn't have much of a choice. I went to dinner up at Mont Bleu Resort after dropping passengers off. I'm a Lyft driver. And I came out and somebody had slammed into it, bent my frame.
No, I didn't hear about that,
yeah,
Craig.
So my New Year's was giving up my big Ford Expedition and getting a new Dodge Journey.
Oh, well, Dodge is better anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
No, that's all right. I respect your opinion. I don't necessarily agree, but I respect.
Yeah. We'll agree to disagree.
Absolutely, I got no problem. As far as cars are concerned, my God, sometimes it's difficult when you have a great car to give it up. And I've always had a hard time giving up my car. And then you see all the new toys and things, and you got to have a degree in some type of
Yes.
I don't know, computer science just to get the thing started.
Yep.
And I'm amazed that I could just push the button and my car starts.
I love the fact that I can walk up to my car. It recognizes me that I have the key fob in my pocket and unlocks for me right there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually.
Oh, now
cool.
I have to get a new car. Mine doesn't do that.
God forbid you don't have a new car.
And I don't have to put a key in the ignition. The key fob stays in my pocket, and like Basil, I just push the button and it starts.
It starts. It's amazing. It's amazing until you try and turn off the car when you first get it, and you're trying to turn something off, and you just have to push the button again. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. I was so excited about it. We bought a new car too. I bought a Honda.
Well, now I have to go buy a new car. Everybody's got a new car. That's going to have to be my resolution, is to buy a new car.
Yeah, and I also got $1,000 payment every month. So,
I'm not liking that.
Well, when you have the big show like we do, Janice, The Pinch of Basile, broadcast all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. That's right from Australia.
Someday I'll get there.
All the way throughout Europe, all the way going to Canada, throughout the U.S., and for everyone down south from us, unless you're making your way here to the United States, and that's another great thing that's going on right now. But I got to be honest with you, right now, this whole Kevin Hart controversy that's going on, and how do you feel about that? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I really feel that you can only say I'm sorry so many times. And I guess somebody said that he didn't say I'm sorry. But, you do have changes of heart. And you do feel differently about things as time goes on. And the whole world has changed in the last 10 years.
Oh, no two ways.
Yeah.
No two ways. And, and the sad thing is, we're comedians. I'm a comic, and I'm going to always side with the comic. You're on stage by yourself. You're doing your thing. I'm proud of the material that I give because it's as original as you're going to get, and it goes around my personality, my persona, for both my Greek comedy show and my non-Greek comedy show that everyone can see we're all over because we're on BasilLive.com. And I'm happy with that. But the thing is, if you don't like my show and you know what I'm doing, don't come to my show. Don't watch
Right.
me on TV. If you're that upset with Kevin Hart, just don't watch. I think one of the saddest things that ever happened with Dice Clay, when Dice Clay wound up apologizing on the Arsenio Hall show. And that's where it destroyed him. Because, folks, again, you don't like the material, don't watch.
Yes.
You don't have to watch it and say, oh, my God, I was offended. Don't watch, and you won't be offended.
And I think that that's the hard part, is that everybody's offended. Well, again, you know, you got to kind of put on your big boy and big girl pants and, you know, walk away.
Yeah, absolutely. And
You
as
know.
far as the Academy Awards are concerned, I think he said today that he wasn't going to do it because he's not well prepared to do it. And to be quite honest with you, I think he's right to put a team together to go ahead and do that. So it's a big undertaking. And for
Right.
Kevin, my thoughts and prayers are with you, bro. And for all of you who made such a fuss, I am sorry. Listen, I wear a dress periodically.
I've
Do you
seen
see
that.
me come? Do you like that? Well,
It's interesting. I'm not going to say I like it, but I'll say that it's
Well,
interesting.
it's very nice. Listen, to wear a muumuu, a 2x2, a 4x4, whatever the heck it
Oh,
is,
my goodness.
I like it. And if you don't like it, I don't need you.
And
you
what
know?
does your wife say?
Where do you think I stole the dress from? So, it is what it is. But, you know, what the heck am I going to tell you? I mean, listen, folks, seriously. I don't care what you do in your privacy. I don't care. If it's something a little bit out of the ordinary, yeah, we're going to pick on it. Why? Because we're comedians. That's what we do. We find the conflicts, and that's where we find the humor. And we have a little bit of fun with it. If you're that offended, don't watch, don't go. But, you know, my show is always perfect. I'm just letting you know. But listen, we're going to... Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
my God.
We're going to take a break, and don't go away. We'll be right after a few words from our wonderful sponsors. Remember, everything is better when you add a pinch of basil.
To join the conversation, call 844-790-TALK. That's 844-790-8255. Now, back to the show.
Hey, we're back. We are back live. At least I'm live. I'm not sure what happened to Basil. I think his
Yeah, I'm here.
microphone
I'm
just
sorry.
disappeared.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
I brought
was
us
looking.
in. How about that?
He was
I thought
dancing
we
to
were-
the music.
He was.
I was grooving because, you know, listen, when I was an exotic dancer back in the day, I always had my moves, you know. And yeah, I was. A lot of people don't know I was an exotic dancer. And no, I actually did pole dancing and stuff like that as well. And then when, you know, I was having issues and the boss got upset because I kept bending the poles as I was doing my thing.
Can't imagine.
Well, it's something about weight and pressure and time.
Can't
you
even
know.
imagine that.
Yeah, hard to believe, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is very hard to believe.
We are back. Listen, folks, if you're listening right now, you're listening to Basil all over the world. And you can go to the TuneIn app on radio, find us on America Matters, or listen live every week at americamatters.us. If you miss any part of the show, you'll find them under podcasts, under a site, A Pinch of Basile. That's right. Just look for today's date. And we got to, you know, we'll do our little thing, our little sketch, our little show. Folks, I got to be honest with you. I'm very, very excited today because, you know, I've been having some fantastic guests. Janice, you have to agree that our guests are fantastic.
They
Would you
really
not?
are. They really are. I would agree with you. How about that?
Yes,
We agree on something.
We agree. And for those people who are driving throughout Reno as well, you're going to have someone that you guys actually know because he's been through the area filming a movie. He's an ex-boxer turned producer, and he's one of the sweetest guys I met for a man who actually Fists of Rage. I'll tell you what, Ray Boom Boom Mancini will be joining us at the bottom of the hour from 6:30 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. So we're so proud that he's going to be proud of the show. And I got a chance to meet him. I was in Youngstown, Ohio, doing my show. And I got to be honest, man, it was so cool to see him, and he came to my show, and I'm going to talk to him about it. He came with his lovely wife, and I did his podcast. And I said, hey, man, if I'm going to do your show, you got to do my little show. And he was right there, and he goes, I'd love to. And it was so cool that we have him. So stay tuned. We're going to have Ray Boom Boom Mancini at the bottom of the hour coming right to you. But, you know, I want to, you know, we were talking about this earlier today. Have you ever locked your keys in your car? We're talking about now these newfangled buttons and everything. But have you ever locked? Have you really?
Oh, my goodness. Very recently, actually. And I really thought I was at fault. And in reality, what happened, I'll try and keep it short, but, you know, that's hard. I closed the door, the car's running, have to run back into the shop, pick something up. And I have my dog in the car, right? Brand new dog. Don't know. He doesn't know much about us. We don't know much about him. Right. And so I come back out and I look, and the car's locked. I was like, what did I do? Well,
that was probably the dog's fault. Probably
long
put his paw on.
story short, yes. In fact, the dog pushed the button. I have I don't have a brand new car, and my car has those buttons that you push, and it locks the door. And he just very conveniently click. But I didn't know at the time. I didn't know it. I thought it was me. I thought I was dumb, and I had locked the car. So I called, you know, AAA, whomever, and they took care of it. Yeah. Then I got home, and that's when I realized the next time I went out with the dog, put him in the car, and all of a sudden I hear this click. I was like, But fortunately, I had my extra key.
The dog, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say something. Just be glad you don't have one of the new Chevy Corvettes.
Well, no, I'm not going to be glad for that.
Put it this way: you have a low battery and you don't know it. The door with your key fob opens up when you to open the car to get in. You get in the car, you try and start the car, it turns over and it dies, and it's not the battery's dead.
Oh no!
It's all electric. You can't not unlock the door even from inside the car.
Oh no, I'm glad I.
You have to put down the seat down to the back, pull out the back seat, hit a lever, and climb out the trunk.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
And that's the ultimate.
That's bad.
And the safety regs allow that.
And there are no outside key locks on the entire car. It's all electric. There's no place you can even insert a key.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. First of all, I can't get my fat ass in a Corvette. That's number one. Okay. Number two, good luck with getting me into the back seat to take out the seat.
I'm picturing it.
Yeah, it's I can't even do the book of Kama Sutra positions, let alone something like that. For God's sakes, are you serious? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man. I'm telling you. Well, my New Year's resolution is not to go ahead and buy a Corvette anytime.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we have somebody here in the studio who has a story about locking keys in the car, and he actually wants to provide a solution as well.
Oh, who do we got here with you?
We have Doug, a.k.a. the Jerky Man. Welcome, Doug.
Jerky Man. I love Jerky Man.
Hi there.
How you doing, Doug?
Great.
Good, man. Listen, what kind of jerky you got? Good jerky?
Oh, all kinds of jerky, from mild to hot to whatever. Yeah.
Teriyaki? Got some good teriyaki?
Oh, he's got good teriyaki.
Course.
I like the teriyaki.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You and me got to talk. You and me got to talk.
The solution's in your back pocket if you have a wallet. Unfortunately,
Tell your story. Tell your story about how you locked your keys in the car.
Yeah, okay. Ford does not have a better idea. 2003 Taurus has a key that opens up the driver's side only and the trunk. Well, I hand out the newsletters, and early in the morning, I was north of town. It was cold. I went back to my car, and my key did not open up the door. It did open up the trunk, so I thought of your idea there about kicking through the back. It didn't work. So I tried my key that I have in my wallet that bothers the TSA guys. I guess they think I'm going to bring down an airplane or something with a key. And that one worked fine opening up the trunk, but not the side door. So I went back into the store, and of course the man said call AAA. Everybody says call AAA.
Of course that's what you do. Come on, Doug.
Yeah.
Only you don't call AAA.
No. If I'm stupid, I'm going to suffer some penance for it a little bit. I've been talking to a lot of guys about this, and one guy, he called AAA in Arizona, and it took him 4 hours to get to him. Well, I talked to the slot machine guy at the store, and I said, say a quick prayer for me as you see me walking out to my car, because I'm just about ready to put my right foot through a window. And I went out to the car, opened up the trunk, got some more newsletters, and I thought, well, I might as well try it because John prayed for me. And dropped the trunk, took the key, put it in the side door, got right in. Not a problem.
So the solution is the key in your wallet. Key
in your wallet, fervent doses of prayer, and don't get upset and kick out your wing window.
I'm not sure about those
or any other.
Doug.
It's just not what you do.
Well, Doug, whenever you get advice from the slot guy inside the store,
Exactly.
you know that you have something really good. You don't need the Lord. You have the slot guy.
That's right. There you go.
There you go.
Thanks for the story, Doug.
Thank
I
you, Doug.
appreciate that, brother. Oh, my God. And it just goes to show. I mean, one of the resolutions is you have to be aware, self-aware of what you know. Did you give up anything for your New Year's resolution, Janice?
Did I? No.
Yeah, did you give up anything?
I'm giving up going to hospitals. How's that?
Oh, amen.
That's the only thing I want to give up.
She's gonna do a concierge doctor that comes to her.
That's right.
I have no problem with this. None. Man, remember the day? I mean, I used to see these stories all the time back in the 1800s. The doctor would always come with little.
They actually have some here that do that.
Really?
He's being serious about that. We really do have them. Yeah. But it takes a while to.
It's concierge doctors, and you can also do video. They'll do a Skype type video call before they'll do an office appointment. They've got blocks of time set aside for Skype calls.
I think that's fantastic.
So do I.
Really
I love it.
I think that's absolutely fantastic.
Well, plus they say hospitals stink for, the fact that you get sick when you go there. So
of course.
Just like airplanes.
I mean, staph infections and everything
exactly.
that people get at a hospital versus it's really crazy. It's really crazy.
So if they can keep us at home, let's stay at home.
Absolutely. I got no problem with that. I don't like the hospitals. I never liked hospitals. I try to stay away from hospitals. And I just don't like the prodding and the poking and stuff like that I have to go through, because all of a sudden I become some type of a little pin cushion that they do. So we're going to give you a couple of shots, and a couple of shots turn into 13, and then you got to be kidding me, for God's sakes. I'm not going to battle. But anyway, look, for all of you, we always want to hear your stories. You guys can always call in, but you can call in at 844-790-8255 for your questions for Ray Boom Boom Mancini, coming in just a few moments at the bottom of the hour. So come join us. We got to do that little sponsor thing, so keep in touch with us. You're listening to A Pinch of Basile. Ray Boom Boom Mancini coming up. Oh, we are back on A Pinch of Basile. Don't forget, I am streaming live. I'm streaming this live right now on Facebook. That's right. You can also listen on the TuneIn app or any phone or device. If you have the app, just search America Matters if you're on your computer, or go to americamatters.us. If you want to comment, go to my Basile fans page on Facebook. Basile fans on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But for this, definitely Basile fans. I'm telling you, we're very, very excited. If you want to comment, just go there. Or if you even have a calling question, 844-790-8255. Or you can also text Janice and give them that number. Janice.
That is 775-237-2266. And we love getting texts.
Oh, we really do. It's the texts are very nice.
They're very nice.
They're very sweet. I love. It's a simple little word, text.
That's
it's
right.
not a massage. It's nothing like that. No. Listen, before we go to my great guest, I want to also tell people who are listening for the New York area and all the way across the other and on the West Coast, Ventura, California, Ventura Harbor Comedy Club, January 31st, 2019. January, it's a Thursday night special event Greek show. I'm going to be there doing Growing Up Greek in America. And the big announcement, I'll be in Melrose Ballroom on March 9th at the Melrose Ballroom in New York City. So make sure you come and catch us. All this stuff will be put up on all the social outlets on the website as well. But folks, I don't want to take up any more time because I got to tell you, I'm a very, very, very special guest. I met this man.
We have a few technical difficulties right at the moment.
He hasn't called in.
Because he texted me and said, he didn't get my email. So I have texted him back with the information. And if you are listening right now on Facebook, it is 844-790-8255. Just give us a call in there, Ray, and we'll be able to get you on the air.
Come on, Ray. Hurry up,
Come
man.
on, Ray. Well, he's on.
For God's
he's
sakes,
on the...
people. Is he on?
Yeah, he's on Facebook, so I'm hoping he's hearing, and maybe he got my text. Who knows? I'm not sure why he didn't get the email, but, stuff happens.
This is a technological age that everything goes wrong.
Well,
and
I told you what happened today to me. My computer just decided to give me the blue screen of death, so that kind of started it. And it's just been a real interesting ride all day.
Now, I'll tell you
but
what.
Guess what? We got him. We got him.
Well, did he come back?
Technology worked.
Okay, that's fantastic.
Yay.
To be quite honest with you, I've never seen a blue screen because I'm colorblind. So anyway, we don't even talk about that. But folks, is Ray with us right now?
He is. He should be. Yes.
All right, Ray, can you hear me?
Bazanogo, I can hear you, my friend.
My brother from another mother. Folks, this is one of the funniest cats. I actually did a show with him in Youngstown, Ohio on his show. Fell in love, and just one of the greatest guys I've met in a long time. Ray, how are you? And welcome to A Pinch of Basile, brother.
I'm fine, Bazanogo. I hope you don't mind me calling you Bazanogo.
Not at all. Not at all, my bro.
Bazanogo. But Basilico, that's my man, Basilico. hey, I was just watching your show. On Facebook, and I want to see it now, but I don't want to hit I can't watch it because then I'll be hearing myself a second later.
Yeah, but you can download it later, so you can watch it later.
Well, I'll do that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll do that, Janice. I will do that.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
So now, let me get this straight. Basil, you're in North Carolina, and Janice is in Reno, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. See, Janice, you don't know, Reno's one of my favorite cities in the whole world. It really is.
That's awesome.
Four of my last 5 fights in Reno.
Oh, okay.
For a period of time, I'm trying to think. What was the arena at the university?
Lawler Event Center.
Lawler
Event Center.
Lawler Events, I sold it out every time when I fought there. For a period of time, I had the biggest crowd, and then somebody else took over. Somebody else beat it. But for a while, I was proud of that. I had the biggest crowd in Reno history. Now, I don't know what that's, did they give me a cup of coffee next door? I don't know.
That's very cool. We're glad to have you on.
Oh, yeah. And, I'm very close. I'm very close with the Carano family. El Dorado Hotel is my hotel.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I come there twice a day. So it's just I used to call it Duck Lake, but Virginia Lake.
Yep.
I really do. I call it Duck Lake because all ducks, walking around.
That's right.
You're going through them. And but it really, truly is one of my favorite places in the world. So,
that's very cool. Yeah. One of mine too. I've been here a long time, and I'm glad to be here. So we're glad it's one of your favorites.
Well,
and the great thing,
You ever performed there, Reno? I'm sorry.
Oh, I performed over at Silver Legacy.
Silver Legacy.
Yeah.
Silver Legacy.
Yeah.
That's the Crown property also. There was
Yeah.
a partnership they did with the Circus, and then they pushed it and said, "Get out, we don't need you," and they got them out. So now they own that also. We don't need you, get out. Yeah,
Folks,
so
you're getting a history lesson about Reno if you haven't heard.
yeah.
Basil, it's a wonderful place. You just have no idea.
Hey, no, it really is. It really is. This is the cure for insomnia. Talking about Reno.
Yeah. But a lot of
No,
people
really
a lot of people may not know, Ray, because I think it's important that you wound up doing the principal photography for a movie that you filmed there with MGM Studios, and you had people like Joe Mantegna, Michael Chiklis, Jennifer Beals, Tani Welsh, Rod Steiger. I mean, you had a lot of people, and what a fantastic list of quality actors, to say the least. And then Turn of Faith, and when you with what was that? Costas Mandylor, Alan Gelfand, Mia Sara, Tony Cicero, Charles Durning.
Tony Sirico.
Tony Sirico. I'm sorry, Cicero. I said Cicero. Tony Sirico.
Don't give me. Yeah, Tony Sirico. Don't call me Junior. Don't call me Junior no more. that was his name a long time. Tony's a good guy. I mean, look, the first one, it took me almost 11 years to acquire the rights to Body and Soul, the one we shot in Reno.
Right.
And I had I hired a writer, and the writer had written and Sam Henry cast, who wound up directing it also. But we took a different slant on the story. So it took me, MGM didn't even know they had the rights until we told them. And then they go, well, we're not interested in doing anything with them. I said, look, all I want is the right to use the name. I mean, look, I could call it Blood and Guts. I could call it anything else. I said, Body and Soul, it's an homage to the original. John Garfield's my favorite actor of all time. And I said, we want to give it a little spin, but it's the same content. It's basically, the reason why Body and Soul is my favorite boxing movie of all time. People say, is it Raging Bull? I said, no, Raging Bull's up there, but Body and Soul, because Body and Soul is about the business side of boxing. And so whether it's now, 20 years going in, 30 years going in there, or 100 years from now, it's going to be the same movie, because the business of boxing don't change. Just the names change. So that was what made it interesting, and my favorite, and John Garfield being my favorite actor of all time. So we did it. I played Charlie Davis, John Garfield. But we made it. We gave it a little slant. We shot it in Reno. And because my guys, the El Dorado Hotel, the Carano family, they were so wonderful to me. And they let us use the hotel. We used it as a studio. And then we went out on the streets. And people of Reno were so accepting of it and open arms. They were just wonderful. So I really was proud of that film. Yeah.
Good for you, man. And that's great. And that's one of the things, a lot of people just, really knew you from the boxing genre, but to see that you went and you produced movies and you were involved in movies, you changed your career completely around from being a champion to now being, an everyday schlub like me, and you're winding up doing production. But I am so proud of you because of what you did, and you were focused enough to go ahead and do it, and you're doing it now, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm focused on, mainly producing. Now, I started my production company over 30 years ago, and the reason why, because early on you realize you get to Hollywood. I was acting. First of all, when I first went there in 1985, moved to California, I was 24. I just retired from boxing. I had no love for the boxing game. I was 24 years old. And people said, geez, oh man, you're only 24. Why are you retired? What's the matter with you? And even the old-timers in New York go, what's the matter with you, kid? I said, look, when I first got to first moved to New York in 1979, I was 18 years old, just turned pro. The old-timers give me the old advice. Hey, kid, let me give you some advice. Get in, make your money, and get out. Don't stick around this business too long. I said, hey, sounds like good advice to me. I got out when I was 24. Same guys, hey, what's the matter with you? You're too young to retire. But which one is it? You know what I mean? The one thing I tell people, the one thing I'm most proud of is I can still spell fight. I can still spell it, And I said half jokingly because so many guys can't, But the thing is, when I got in the entertainment business, I went out there and early on you realize, and Basil, you understand this too. I'm typecast. Very simple. I used to go in auditions, and I was working for the first couple of years. I was working and playing every street guy role. And that was fine. I had a great time. I was enjoying myself. But then when I wanted to take it to the next level, I wanted to really get serious with acting. People would say to me, what's your goal? I said, my goal is Academy Award. What else? And they'd start laughing. Oh, I get it. I go, wait a minute. They're the same people who said I'd never be world champion. They're the same people who said that I'd just be some kid, young kid who would never be a 4-rounder more than a 5, 4, 6 prelim fighter. Same people. So I'm going to go on and have to prove you people wrong too. And that was my whole mental attitude. So that's why I started my production company, because when they were coming out with scripts, they weren't thinking of Ray Mancini. You know what I mean? Even boxing scripts. So I had to learn the business side of it. And I only started my own company to guarantee work for myself.
Right.
That's really basically it. And so
it's actually very, very smart.
Well, look, like I said, people aren't. I go in for auditions. They say, "Oh, you're the fighter that's acting." After a while, they say, "You're a fighter." I said, "No, I like to think of myself as the actor who fought."
Perfect.
Yeah. Because I've done several films and I've done TV, and I've done off-Broadway stage. After a while, you start going, "Hey, man, you're going to get it or you don't get it." And so I still get it. That's why I started my company. And
Ray, hold on. Ray, hold on to that thought, brother. Hold on to that thought, because we got to do that sponsor thing. Folks, you're listening to Ray Mancini on A Pinch of Basile. We'll be right back after this message.
Now back to the show.
Oh, so glad you could be with us. It's me, Basil, the Herb and Rosemary's son, back on A Pinch of Basile, and you're listening to us you can go directly to americamatters.us, get the show from there, go to the TuneIn app, get us from over there. But listen, folks, and on Facebook, thank you, Facebook, and oh my God, to be honest with you, this makes me excited to be doing this show. This is one of the reasons why I love doing a show, because we have perfect, wonderful guests. And my guest this week on our second segment, Ray Boom Boom Mancini. Ray, I love you. We were talking, and there's a lot of things a lot of people don't know all about. I think people need to know more about some of the things that you do. And I did not know that you had, I heard about the wine, but I didn't know that you had a bourbon company too.
Bourbon company. It's called, what else? Boom Boom Bourbon. Yeah. What else?
Boom Bourbon.
Boom Boom Bourbon, man. And I'm going to tell you, and nothing for nothing. It's terrific bourbon. Now, it's bottled and blended. It's made in Cleveland whiskey, Cleveland, Ohio. Now, let me clarify something. People always say, bourbon doesn't have to be from Kentucky. And I used to think that too, right? Until I told the guy, I said, "Hey, can we?" When I met with the guys at Cleveland Whiskey earlier this year, I said, "Do we have to get okay? Can we still call bourbon?" He goes, "Man, they've been selling that crap for years, man. It got to be from Kentucky. It can be anywhere. Still call bourbon. They've been selling that." I started laughing. I go, "Well, yeah, well, you're right, because that's what I heard, right?" So,
oh my gosh, is it pretty good?
No, it's not pretty good. It's very good. No, yeah, I'm very proud of it. Look. It's maple. It's 94 proof, but like my wine. My wine is. I have a wine company since 2009. My wine is medium bodied wine. Medium bodied. Not overwhelming. Not too strong. It's 100% Napa grapes, bottled and blended in Lodi. It's a red blend. It's a 60-30-10 red blend, and it's just easy drinking, but it's terrific. The same thing with the bourbon. Bourbon is 94 proof, but it's maple barrel bourbon. And this is what, we did the testing. We were doing different testings. I saw this barrel there. I said, "Hey, what about that?" They go, "Well, we kind of just make that for ourselves. We can just kind of play around with that." I said, "Can I try that?" They go, I said, "Is that a problem?" They said, "No." And what it is, it's old maple syrup barrels with all the maple syrup scraped out, but it's still in the oak. You know what I mean? So the bourbon is aged 5 years. So you get a little bit of that mapley taste, but it's just nice, man. It's nice. So it's a gentleman's drink more than anything. I tell people that's why I got into it. It's a gentleman's drink. You ain't banging them down. I put over ice. I nurse it. I water it down. I put a little ginger ale, make a highball. Remember back in the day, my mother.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
Oh yeah. With that whiskey, pure whiskey drinker, they hate that. Oh my God, you're killing it. And they said they hate that. True whiskey drinkers hate that. But me, I like to water it down. I'm a teetotaler, man. I'm a teetotaler. But I like good bourbon at night, because I don't want to have whiskey at night when I'm hanging out.
Right.
Something nice and easy. So You really enjoyed it. So Boom Boom Bourbon. But right now we're out through the state of Ohio, but we will be going national, and we're hoping to do some bourbon, tastings and stuff in Vegas and certainly Reno.
I was going to say, when does it come into Reno?
Coming out west. Well, that's what I said. We'll bring it out west, and now we're doing the Fox events. We're in New York, Vegas, and L.A., and what goes better than with boxing than bourbon and cigars? Ain't nothing better than bourbon, cigars, and boxing.
Oh, my God, it's a perfect match. It's a perfect match.
Boxing and bourbon. The B and the B. Ba-boom, ba-boom.
No, I absolutely. As a matter of fact, why don't we try and do something like that in June while I'm there?
What I'm saying, get the dates that you're at. I'll know the dates where I'm at, and get the dates when you're at, and we'll try to do that. Let's try to do it.
Oh my God, that would be fantastic.
Really. And I'm going to get on my friends, the Carano family, to say, hey, let's do a bourbon party at the El Dorado, man. Let's do it. They have Boston Gold there doing, we got to get. We'll do it. We'll do stuff. We'll make it happen.
Absolutely. Now, is the wine? It's a separate company, evidently. Is it Boom Boom Wine?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took a shot in the dark on that one, by the way, folks. If you're wondering, I don't want you to sit there and go, "Oh my God, Basil, what a mind reader." Okay. All right, so tell us. So now, can people go ahead? Janice, I don't even know if we're allowed to do this. Are we allowed to give any type of a website address for alcohol?
No.
Yes. Yeah, we can. We can.
You know what? But here's the thing: the wine. Well, not funny, but we had a chance to go there. The wine is really only throughout the northeastern Ohio right now. We had to go national, and then with the new distributor, it's only through northeastern Ohio. We're selling a lot of it, but I'm coming out with another round of wine. So you get this, round 6. So you get that round 1.
Round 6.
Round 5.
I love it.
The blend. Round 6 will be coming this coming year, and it's going to be a Pinot. And it's going to be Pinot from Willamette. So, then that would be going national. The wine we had now, we were going national, and then now this is just basically regional and through northeastern Ohio. I want to go back where we could get the chance to go national. But a lot of people say, "Oh, it's another celebrity wine. It's another celebrity." But I kind of hate that. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get it, but it kind of bothers me because I'm there at the winery. I picked the grapes. I'm the one who said this is my recipe. This is what I want. So it ain't like I just left my name to it. I'm very hands on with the wine and the bourbon. So if you like it, if you try it, it may not be everyone's flavor, but it's good wine and it's good bourbon. It really is good. And
I just like the idea on the bourbon that it was aged in an old syrup barrel, because that syrup, that sugar goes into the actual oak itself, and that's where some of the best taste comes from.
Yeah, it's just easy, as they say, pleasing to the palate.
Ooh, very well.
I like that word. Like that. Hey, I'm an educated pugilist, man.
You remember stuff.
I'm a verbologist, man. I'm a verbologist. I just think more.
Yeah. Now let me tell you, folks. A lot of people don't know.
I'm a wordsmith. I got it.
A lot of people don't know that you're going to be. Tell us about Fox and what's going on with Fox Television.
Yeah. This again. I got signed. Fox is in the boxing business big time. HBO's gone now. So really the only players now are Fox, ESPN, and that's it, and Showtime. But here's the difference. Fox is the first free network television that's back in the game on a full-time basis, not just when you're not. With 4-year commitment by Fox, and you got to admire them for that 4-year commitment. It's free once a month. So, it's actually twice a month. I'll be doing shows, 26 shows this year.
Wow.
One on Fox. Now, we did our first show was this past December 22nd, prime time, Saturday night, prime time. But the next show will be this Sunday on FS1. So we're doing 11 shows on FS1, the sister network on cable. And then the next show on Fox will be January 26th, back in Barclays in New York. And then Fox started their own pay-per-view platform. So there'll be 4 pay-per-view shows on Fox this year. So during the major commitment to boxing, it's just great because people will now finally get to not only hear the names of the fighters, they'll get to know the faces. I know a lot of names, but I couldn't tell you if the guy walked down the street. Now we will know the faces with the names. And a lot of these guys are going to, they're really going to profit from it. I mean, in a sense that the public will get to see these guys, become fans of these guys, want to see these guys on a regular basis. So it's really going to be beneficial to the fighters, for the fans to know who they are. Just like in the days when I was fighting in the early 80s.
Yeah, I tell you what, I mean, the thing that when you and I were talking the other day, the knowledge that you have about boxing, I mean, yeah, you were a pro boxer. You have all your faculties, thank God, because you did retire early. But I got to tell you, man, you understand the boxing game. You understand the business of it. You understand how things work, how the point systems are, who the next guy should be moving up. And I thank the good Lord that Fox saw that you are that guy. And I really believe guys like, Jim Lampley and all that, I mean, which is great, don't get me wrong, but you have the inside track on what's going on in the boxing room because you were there, man. You were on the canvas, man. You were doing your thing.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think it's important. It's funny you said that, Basil, because I always tell people, I think it's important that people, the ex-athletes who played the sport, who have fought, who are doing commentary. So it's important for fighters to be the guys that are speaking from point of view. You know, not just these ex-trainers. You know, not guys. There's guys who give a different point of view. Some guys are trainers. That's great for their point of view. But how can you talk about what it is to get hit with a left hook to the belly, thinking it's coming out your back? You know, if you weren't in there. I mean, it's hard. It's like me. I like to listen to ex-players when I'm watching whatever sport I'm watching, talk about what it's like to be in certain situations. And so boxing, you know, we were a little late getting to the party, but we got there. And so it's just going to be great for boxing. It really is for boxing fans in general. You get be able to see boxing twice a month, once on free network television, Fox Network, and then on FS1. And it's just, and I'm very proud to be part of it. I was very flattered.
And you know what? And I think America is going to be proud to have you. And Ray, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of our show. This was certainly one of my favorites because I fell in love with you when I first met you in Youngstown. But for a reminder for all of our guests, thanks again, Ray. Don't forget, every Tuesday from 6 to 7 New York City time, Eastern Standard, we can be heard all around the world on americamatters.us. If you are using the TuneIn app, radio app, just search America Matters and be sure to keep it on. Basil, a pinch of basil.